Çakmaktepe is approximately 20 kilometers away from Şanlıurfa province. It is located in the southwest of Ayubiye district, Kokoran district, within the borders of Herim, Odolu village. It is a hill settlement located on the plateaus consisting of Eocene limestones called Fatik Mountains, at an altitude of approximately 670 meters above sea level. The settlement has a diameter of approximately 150 meters. However, apart from the usual settlement models, there are also structures around the main settlement and they are spread over a larger area. Around Çakmaktepe, there are many settlements dating back to the Pre-Pottery Neolithic period, some of which were identified in previous studies and some during surface surveys, and are approximately 2 to 3 kilometers away from each other. Due to its location, Çakmaktepe is on the same line with settlements such as Badamli, Seaberk, Kikberk and Ayanlar in the north and Borbor, Mendik, Gothic Hill and Nergislik in the south. This region, where Çakmaktepe is located and where there are dense pre-pottery Neolithic period settlements, seems to be effective in the transition to settlement of hunter-gatherer nomadic communities with its favorable climate and environmental conditions. Çakmaktepe was discovered in the first year of the Şanlıurfa Center and Surroundings Prehistoric Period Archaeological Survey Project, which started in 2021 in the west of the Harran Plain. In the same year, joint excavations were started in Çakmaktepe, which was discovered as a result of satellite image analysis, with Çukurova University and Şanlıurfa Museum within the scope of Şanlıurfa Neolithic Age Research Project, Stone Hills. Japan University of Tsukuba has also been involved in the studies since 2022. In Çakmaktepe, whose excavations started immediately after its discovery in 2021, round-planned, pit-bottom single-room residences carved into the main rock and built neatly were identified. Bedrock was used as the base for residential buildings with diameters ranging from 3 to 5 meters. In areas where the bedrock is sloping, gravel flooring was applied and the first trials of terrazzo floors were applied. Inside the building, there are holes and cavities of different sizes and depths carved into the main rock in the form of cones. These types of cavities, which are more common in Natufian settlements in the Levant, are considered mortars and are important in understanding the transition from hunting and gathering to food production, one of the greatest innovations in human history. The density of pit-based shelters indicates that the population in the settlement is high, and therefore the environmental conditions are quite suitable for life. One of the private, public buildings in Çakmaktepe has been fully uncovered. It is a round-plan building with a diameter of approximately 16 meters and its base was carved into the bedrock in accordance with the topography of the land. Apart from the area considered as a terrace and the post holes on the floor, the fact that no other remains such as a partition wall were found shows that this building was built as a single-room building. However, as an exception, a quadrangular building element with an open side was identified in the southern part of the building, adjacent to the bench wall. This ruin was left open into the building and measures approximately 1.5 meters by 1.5 meters. It is understood that this private, public structure was filled consciously in a short time rather than through a natural process. The presence of neatly placed rows of stones in some places among the filling stones shows that stones were not thrown randomly when backfilling this building, but were backfilled carefully in a more controlled manner. Very well crafted obelisk pieces were also unearthed in the immediate vicinity of the building. In another partially open private, public building, animal skulls belonging to wild cattle, wild sheep and horses were found deliberately placed at the bottom of the walls inside the space after being burned outside. Such practices indicate that these buildings may be special structures used for ritual purposes. The existence of private, public structures carved into the bedrock with diameters approaching 16 meters shows that hunter-gatherer communities did not only aim to find food, even in the early stages of the transition to settled life, but also brought communities together by attaching importance to social ties and social life. Small finds from Çakmaktepe include stone vessels as well as ornaments such as stone beads. Grinding stones unearthed during excavations indicate that wild plants were collected and ground in this period. Preliminary descriptions of animal bones unearthed during excavations in the settlement indicate the existence of wild species such as cattle, equids, pigs, gazelles and rabbits. It is thought that at least some of these animals were obtained from animal trapping areas and hunting grounds found in the immediate vicinity of the settlements during the surface surveys conducted in the region. These hunting grounds, which indicate expert hunting in which animals are controlled in an organized manner, must have played an important role in the nutrition of the communities in this period and in the transition to settlement. In addition, a find with a gazelle hunting scene was found in Çakmaktepe, indicating the importance of hunting. Stone pencils, drills, blades and points are abundant in the chipped stone material unearthed in Çakmaktepe. Çakmaktepe settlement is dated to the beginning of the Pre-Pottery Neolithic period, based on the chipped stone materials as well as the tips, which are known from the Levant region and called elkium in the archaeological literature, which are of great importance in terms of dating. Çakmaktepe settlement reflects an earlier phase of the settlement process compared to other pre-pottery Neolithic period settlements in the region such as Göbeklitepe, Karahantepe, Harbetsuvan, Sefertepe and Sayburç. Çakmaktepe is one of the oldest settlements of settled hunter-gatherers in Anatolia that has been identified and excavated so far. The data obtained in Çakmaktepe reflect a certain organization, knowledge and experience as well as superior skill at such an early period of settlement. See you in another episode. Goodbye.